Previously, you mentioned that there were several reasons why you wanted to join the military, for example, to serve your country. But I'm curious, was there one specific moment that made you say to yourself, like, I need to join the military?
Well, the when we see, I always look at the military on a higher esteem level. Um, I always look up to their military leadership. And when I was, even when I was in the Philippines, I always liked I was actually we did the mandatory military training in the Philippines. So I always liked that lifestyle. I like the physical fitness challenge. And, as I've said earlier, I enjoy going out in the field. So when I had an opportunity to serve in the US military, I took advantage of it, uh, especially watching. I was, this was in 1990 during the Desert Storm. I was still a civilian nurse. I was watching what was going on, and I was picturing myself to be part of that experience. So in 1995, an opportunity came up for me to join the army, and I grabbed it. And my first duty station was in Landstuhl, Germany.
I'm curious, Uncle. Was there a reason why you chose the Army over the Navy? Just knowing the Navy's connection, we know with Filipino culture.
Yeah, good question. I look at, okay, all services are great, okay, but when I look at other opportunities, so I look at different stations, and Navy certainly has great stations. They're always close to the water. So if you're a water person, you may want to join the Navy. Um, the Army, actually, our stations were usually in remote places, but I look at every services, and I look at the educational opportunities for nurses, and the Army has the best. So I decided to, that's why I decided to join the Army, because it's not just the opportunity to deploy, but also for the opportunity to move up. And the Army has great educational program for nurses. We were constantly encouraged to pursue our higher education.
No, that makes total sense because that's why it makes sense why I have classmates who are in the Army, who did serve in the Army and they're in school right now. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, they have great scholarship programs. I was actually offered several times offered to get my PhD. However, at the time I had a different track. I always enjoyed being an administrator, and I was in a track where to be the CEO of a hospital, chief nurse executive. I was always in the leadership track. Now, if I had gotten my PhD in nursing through the Army, I will be, well, I'll be limited to research. And at the time, research was something that I wasn't always interested in. I knew exactly what I want to do. I wanted to be an administrator. And so that's why I chose that route.